It is finally time to assemble this engine. And I mean, like, for real. I've already got one piston in it. Because I am very disorganized and I have a whole bunch going on, and I never stop and finish one thing before I start another. I'm doing this in a messy garage, which you're not supposed to build an engine in a not clean environment. Oh well, this is life, not a lab. Here's my pistons, all washed up with paint thinner. But because I'm so unorganized and always going, my caps are still dirty. They've been sitting in a bin for years. Yes, years. I took this engine apart when Jack was 14. He's now turning 17 because life happened and I had other priorities that I had to work on. I've got my ring filer, which if you follow my Instagram, you've already seen me file. Had to make sure I could do one. So I've got the one in here. I was just going to stick them all in, and then I thought that's a terrible idea. Don't do that. Just stick them in, put the caps on, put the bearings in, and be done with it. Don't continue. So that's what I'm trying to work on, except I can't. So I'll probably wash the caps and then continue with the bad idea of installing all the pistons. And also, I don't want to open the door because the engine's uncovered, but I'm installing pistons and it's raining outside. Oh well. There's the way that I would like to do it, and then there's the way that I really do it. I would like to do this the best way possible, but then there's reality. And the reality is, I'm a very last minute kind of a person. Just to tell you how last minute, I used to be in Scouts. I showed up to a camp out with nothing but my backpack. No tent, no sleeping bag. And I thought I was ready. And I've been camping my whole life. I know what I need. But for whatever reason, because I was in the middle of doing 17 other things that day, showing up with my backpack seemed like I was prepared. And that's how I do life. That's cleaning up. I'm getting all of these set back down on my super clean box. So clean my box is. Heck yeah. Realistically, they'll be dry in about 2 days, maybe a day. But with the humidity, it might be 2. Time to continue assembling the engine. I've had enough setbacks. This side is all installed. All the dots are facing forward. I'm not going to tell you how many times that took me to realize I screwed that up. I have all of the rods on the crank. They're touching it. So that's good. I know I'm going to have to rotate the engine. I'm hoping that I can fit the caps with the bolts on. I've got the bearings on the rod side with assembly lube, and I've lubed everything else with break-in oil. Yes, it's all AMSOIL. Because I'm an AMSOIL dealer, I was looking, and the AMSOIL at the wholesale cost, which is where I buy it at, is the same price or cheaper than some of the other stuff. So this engine's going to start on AMSOIL, and then whenever he gets it, he's going to run Rotella in it. Whatever. I don't care. But I need to get this thing done because, have I told you what I'm getting? We're doing a trade. This white GMC that I'm rebuilding the motor in, rebuilt transmission, for a 93 first gen with 12 valve. Unfortunately, it's automatic, but I have an axle. I'm going to dually swap it. It's going to be fun, but I got to get this done and out of here. So you just saw this side. And if we come this side, blam, all 4. Shazam! All 8 pistons are in. They're all seated down on the crank. I'm going to leave it facing up like this until these rod caps dry. They're drier, but the bottom down here is still quite wet. So, no need to rush it. I want it done right. I just talked to my buddy who's actually trading the 93 Dodge for this truck. This summer, he's going to take this to, I don't know, Colorado or something like that, to go to an elk hunt. So, yeah, no pressure, but I need it. I need to get this sucker done and out of here. It's been way too long. I'm going to bag it for tonight, because as far as I can get right now. I mean, I could throw some other stuff on, but I'd rather not move the engine too much with pistons and rods and everything just sitting and not bolted in. So this will be enough for tonight.